We know you love us, but the information on our podcast is provided for educational and entertainment purposes only. I understand I'm both an LPC and an LMFT. However, this is not intended as a substitute for professional services of any kind. If you or anyone you know needs professional help, please seek mental health services. Everyone, this is Emma
and Zorik,
hosts of the Date Podcast, and I am very excited, and I think Zorik is too. Zorik, are you excited?
Maybe.
Okay, I think he is excited to do another show for you guys today because we have a bunch of lovely ladies with us today.
Whoop whoop, ladies in the house.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
So we have JC Rader.
Hello.
Who's an LPC and RYT. We have Whitney Bunch. Say hi, Whitney.
Hi.
So where is Whitney right now?
On a podcast.
So Whitney is actually in San Antonio, so she is FaceTiming, so we can see her beautiful face.
Yay.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice.
Who's also an LPC and RYT. And we have Julianne Schroeder.
Hello.
Another LPC RYT. They're all talk and yoga therapists at White Rock Counseling in Dallas and San Antonio.
Emma, wait. What is LPC RYT real quick for the ones that don't know?
What is RYT? I know what LPC is.
Registered yoga teacher.
Yeah,
Jinx.
okay.
Jinx. A drink.
A glass of wine.
Cool.
Thank
So
goodness we have plenty.
we can't wait to get deep into y'all's history and talk about yoga and therapy, dating, everything that has to do with y'all's lives. But first, if you want to find us, you can find us on iTunes and Google Play or wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and review. If you have a question, comment, or concern, please send us an email at hello@datepodcast.com. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter at datepodcast. So
Yeah.
now for the
My
fun
anxiety
stuff.
provoking music.
What music? Go ahead.
All right.
He's been good on the sound so far.
Go ahead.
Hold on. It's a trap. There it goes. Okay.
What do you got, Emma?
So Zorik sent me this beautiful little article about how many? It's 21 rules. I can't count. 21 rules.
22, right?
22 rules.
Dose.
That this 22 that this girl wrote to her boyfriend.
Nice.
Rules that she had for him. You guys.
Okay.
Yeah. So Whitney, I'm gonna read them to you.
Okay.
And of course, I want to get y'all's reactions on this because I think, I was reading them and I was like, oh my gosh, this girl, I feel like she's, I thought I was high maintenance and she took it to a whole another level. Yeah, Julianne's laughing because it's true. So her rules are, you are not to have.
For him to follow.
Yes.
Correct.
So she created these rules for her boyfriend to follow. And the story was that he left these rules in his car. And so someone else found them and posted them. Yeah.
Lucky us.
Yes, right? Lucky us.
That's my favorite
so it's
part.
you are not to have a single girl's phone number. You are not to follow them, single girls, on any social media, including Instagram, Snapchat, or Twitter. You are not to hang out with Keegan, including his house or anywhere in public.
I want to know who
Keegan?
Keegan is.
I know, right?
Can we
Who
get
is
him on
Keegan?
the
Is
show?
Keegan the best friend, the brother-in-law?
He's the best friend that gets drunk all the time.
Probably.
Yeah.
You are
parties
not
with
to
the
go
man
to
hard.
Honda without me. So he can't even go to the Honda shop without her.
What if it's a strip club?
Whitney and I drive Hondas.
Honda.
I was like, what? You're not allowed to go.
That can mean so many different things to Honda.
You are not to hang out with your friends more than 2 times a week. You are not to look at a single girl. If girls come up to you at any place or any time, you are to walk away.
Boxed.
I'm loving Whitney's
Wow.
reactions. I wish y'all could see them. Mo is not to hang out with us every time we hang out. You are not
That's rare.
to ask for blank, and it says naughty naughty, and I'm assuming that means oral sex.
Ooh.
Yeah, because
It's
it
a
looks
really
like an
short
H.
word,
It looks like
though.
an H and ends like a D, so I feel like it's head.
Oh,
yeah.
For sure.
Good
For
work.
sure.
Yeah.
Blurred out.
You are not.
Investigating skills.
I know, right?
Context clues.
Yes. What does that say about me? That I can decipher that. You are not.
You are smart.
Thank you. You are not to get mad at me about a single thing ever again. ever, and ever is like underlined.
Basically, I will dominate you and control you. Forever.
Right. You're not to bring up Tyler, Noah, Devin, or Josh ever again. And then she wrote, ewy. You are not allowed to drink unless I am with you. And then she wrote 21 question marks. So I'm assuming she's probably not 21. I am allowed to do a phone check whenever I please. If we move in, there are never to be any girls at our house. If we move in together, your friends will rarely be allowed over. If I catch you around girls, I kill you. Yep, I kill you. You are not to ditch me for your friends. Austin does not control when I hang out with you. Never. We are to go on a legit date once every 2 weeks at least. If I say
the only
jump,
reasonable one.
I know. If I say jump, you say how high, princess.
Oh my god.
Princess.
I'm about to.
XOXO. 2 more. You are to make sure you tell me you love me once a day at least, so I know you're not messing around. And she wrote, she wrote you're wrong, because it's supposed to be like you are, and she wrote like you're as in like possessive. And you are never to take longer than 10 minutes to text me back.
Holy.
Oh.
You know what?
Okay.
I think Amy Schumer wrote this. I don't think it's like a real.
This can't be a legit
Yeah, this
person.
is not real.
Or she needs to come
The
see
thing
us.
is that like I know someone that like has created like very similar rules for like her it's like now her fiance.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So what do you guys think of this, like JC? So what do you think about this list? Let's say it was legitimate and she gave it to her boyfriend.
I feel like a part of me is like, I wouldn't mind giving that to my boyfriend.
Oh.
But sorry, Matt. But I also feel like, yeah, actually this is my list. I also feel like there's a part that's like I want to be able to trust my boyfriend that, you know, like he is not going to be trying to talk to other girls in inappropriate ways, and he can talk to them, you know, non-romantically, platonically, and that's okay.
So I just want to know for myself, like, what makes you want to give him these rules, like besides the whole girl thing?
He might have screwed up a few times. Or she's just crazy.
No, JC, I'm like asking you personally.
Oh.
Okay, me personally. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if these, like, each one is, like, within context of a situation that he, like, really messed up in. You are not to look at a single girl. Like, is he just, like, oogling, like, jaw dropped in every girl that walks by? Is he always asking for head? You know, like...
That could
I
get
mean, I think
What's
most
going on
men are
here?
always asking for head.
Most men are
honestly,
asking for
just to let
head.
you guys know that. It's not
In case
uncommon.
we had never experienced that, right?
Yeah.
But also, it's kind of like if you're dating a guy who's doing all of these things like she sounds a little crazy. But if you're
A little.
like it's also it feels like her responsibility to not be dating somebody who's like only like asking for head all the time or texting single girls inappropriate things, all that kind of stuff.
And part of me like thought like maybe some of this is warranted. However, like when it's 22 rules like this, like it makes me question this person now. Like to me, like I jump to like codependency, insecurity. I jump to like a lot
This
of
is
like other things.
abusive.
Yes, yeah, yes.
This
It's
is mentally
super
emotional
controlling.
abusive.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Julianne?
we
Like-
get
like-
serious. This is
sorry.
abusive. It's so abusive.
I mean, I would say with loving kindness that this gal probably needs to see one of us. Or something.
Like for yoga therapy or
be
for
in treatment. The treatment facility
like,
locked away.
I'm going to guess that this is going to be
No,
some
I'm kidding.
long-term work. I mean, okay, obviously I'm a counselor and I'm going to like look behind it all. The girl's scared and she's super insecure. So how does she manage it? By controlling and dominating. Does that excuse it? No, but she needs some help.
Yes. Whitney, what's your reaction? Because I loved your faces as I was reading them.
They're so extreme and so many. The same, I think can you pluck them out one or two by themselves and see context for it? Maybe there was a trust issue, but yeah, it's coming off.
A little strong.
dominating and controlling and
Yes.
abusive and
And-
not going anywhere.
And like my thing is like if you don't feel like you can trust your boyfriend, then you don't need to be in that relationship with him.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know what's kind of sad, I think, overall, is like it sounds like she's pretty young. She's under 21 with her little comment about not allowed to drink until 21.
21 question mark.
Yeah, is that like this is setting a precedent. Like this
Yeah.
is her experience. So like this is kind of how she thinks she has to have a relationship.
Yeah.
Just sad.
Well, I think this is great because at least a guy knows he knows like where he should stay. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Zorik.
There's no
You
guessing.
stay at home, you only think about me.
You worship and adore me always.
Well, I
It
mean,
reminds me of Jackie from that 70s show.
Maybe you should poke
Oh
out
my
your eyes.
gosh.
yeah. So I don't know. I think
So you like the role of Zorik?
I think more
follow these
people should
rules?
communicate this, right? So that you can do this. And maybe it shouldn't be this extreme. This is really extreme.
Yeah.
But what if it was a world where we do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Expectations.
Yeah. Bam.
Yeah. I do have like a rule with my boyfriend. Like we like set this together. This wasn't just me being crazy. But that we like don't talk to exes.
Oh.
Like we keep that, you know, like we don't
In the
text
past.
them or
Yeah.
Yeah.
anybody who we've been like romantically involved in that could
What do
make
you
the
mean- what
other
does that
person
mean? Like-
insecure.
Like sex? Like if someone that you slept with, you
Yeah,
can't.
could have been sex, like making out, like any type of romantic, intimate
Okay.
encounter.
Fair enough.
Head.
Whitney, do you have any rules? You have any rules like that?
I don't think we do. I have a rule like that, I guess. Well, again, it was one we decided together of like informing each other if we do talk to exes.
Oh, that's
So
good.
it'd be-
I like that too.
If one reaches out or we get messages or anything like that, like making sure to tell the other person so
Yeah.
they don't feel weird about it.
So it's not like keeping it secret.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
that's great.
I'm trying to think. Like we probably have rules for each one of these things. They're just not as extreme, right? Or maybe unsaid.
Ours are just
You
the
know,
We do. I think we
Yeah,
do.
like I mean, I'm gonna look at your Instagram and see how many, like, what type of people you follow.
I mean, but you can
Oh,
also see that like
For
on
sure.
their like the story feed. Like you can see like who's been liking who.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, with prospective dates, I have looked if I have their social media information and looked, okay, if they're following a lot of girls and girls that, I don't know, may not be like soft porn-esque type of girls.
no clothing.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to rule you out. So, I mean, yeah. So you're not allowed to like follow a lot of sexual content on Instagram. Like you can look
Well-
at that, but don't follow it. Be stupid. Like don't be stupid. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, and okay, someone with some cheaters in my background
Oh.
in my dating experience. I think you can have rules for yourself. Like I was listening to Whitney Cummings' book, and she's like, "I will not date a guy who has one of those shady tinted phone screen covers." Like
My
every
brother has one of those.
Is he married, JC?
He's not.
Oh, that's
He's
probably getting him in
23 though.
trouble though. That's probably getting him in trouble
He
then.
doesn't have a girlfriend, so
Oh.
maybe that's why.
Yeah, they look at that tinted screen and they're like, nope, done.
But yeah, having rules for yourself if you've had bad experiences.
Nice. So, Julianne, do you have any rules or?
You know, I think my downfall is that I've been too permissive in the past. So I appreciate in a way, obviously not to this extreme,
Yeah.
but having some rules and boundaries are necessary.
Definitely. All right.
Yeah.
So, since we're talking to you,
Oh,
Um,
no. I need more wine.
Where's the bottle?
take a sip. And so, are you from Dallas originally?
No, I am not.
Oh no.
I'm from the humble state of Wyoming,
Okay.
where there's a lot of wide open spaces, tumbleweed, mountains. which
Like
I miss.
legit tumbleweed?
It's like legit tumbleweed.
Oh.
It's cold
Antelope.
too.
It's cold. It actually snowed there a month ago.
Ew.
Ew, I know. right?
It was September.
Right.
It's like summer.
Yeah, I
That's
got snowed
gross.
in for my sister's graduation from college in May,
It gets,
June.
like, below 20. Is it more
Below 20?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Okay, this is a legit story. You know, when your grandparents tell you, like, I walked down in the freezing cold, up and down, you know, like
Yeah.
uphill both ways, whatever. No, freshman year of college at the one and only four-year university in the state of Wyoming. Go Cowboys. The true Cowboys, by the way.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Ooh, you're about to get. You're sitting next to
You're-
Zorek.
oh, no,
like
no.
he's gonna get
Okay.
feisty with
Okay.
you.
We're tough. We're Cowboy tough.
Okay.
All right.
Continue. Go ahead.
Rugged.
Yeah, we're so tough that we'll walk to class in negative 50-degree weather.
Negative 50?
With
That's
wind
not
chill.
real.
I
With wind chill.
would
No,
die.
I shit you not. Like, the University of Wyoming does not cancel classes until after I left, of course, when they got soft.
So thankful I live in Texas. Like, thank you, Jesus, for putting me down in Texas
Yeah.
to where, like, as soon as it gets freezing, we're like, everything's closed.
Right.
Yes!
Stay indoors.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't leave the house.
Wow. That's so. How long was the walk though?
30 minutes.
You know, to that first class, I think it was like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
That's
Like,
not
just
bad.
my eyelids froze
You were
over, my
frozen.
nose
Yeah.
hairs. Like, legit. Like, I literally had frozen eye.
Wow.
Anywho,
Okay.
so
So
That sounds
I've weathered-
miserable. Why
I've
would anyone
weathered
want to
some harsh
live there?
conditions. Okay.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Because outside of winter, it's okay.
Yeah. So just
all
leave
right.
during the winter?
2 months out
Yeah.
of the year.
Well, it's
my.
beautiful there too, right? There's a lot of scenery. There's
Yeah.
hills. There's
Yeah, no, I mean-
mountains.
I love Dallas and being down here in terms of opportunities and diversity of people and all of that. But I do miss part of the simplicity that was Wyoming. And I find my respite and best thinking outdoors in nature. And so I do miss that very much so.
So are you
Yeah.
into like a cowboy type man?
No.
What is
Well, maybe we should ask like what her status is first.
Well, I'm kidding. Oh gosh. What is your status first?
My status is I'm loving myself.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
For real though,
sexy.
like it feels good. It feels good to like
How long
be in
have
a
you been
spot.
single?
Well, it gets complicated.
Oh.
What do you say is single?
Single
Right.
is you're not having sex, number one.
Oh.
Well,
Well, then I'm
Then it's complicated.
I don't consider that. I think it's like when you're not like dating someone.
yeah, then I'm single.
Okay.
Well, then what does dating mean? You know, dating could be like going on a
But
couple dates.
I think like dating is like okay. So this goes back to like what we believe in. So like I may not be sexually active, but I'm like dating people, and so like to me like I'm not single at that point. You know, like because dating doesn't always mean sex. Zoreg.
Right.
All right. So you're single. Are you on the dating apps? And
I am, but very half-heartedly.
why is that?
Honestly, okay, when I say I'm loving myself, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
It is.
And it hasn't always produced results. So I don't know. I'm okay. Just where I'm at. It'll be ebb and flow, and sometimes I'll get on. And
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, gotta find me a date. And other times I'm like,
I like how Julian, you'll set like
goals.
goals for yourself. It's like I'm gonna go on one date every 2 weeks at least.
Right.
And sometimes it'll be like one per month.
Yeah.
So I assume your dates have been all rosy and happy and awesome.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, only good things to say.
Oh my gosh.
No.
She like gets more wine in her glass.
I need to lubricate for this.
No, okay, so actually I've developed a new tactic.
Okay.
So my downfall with dating is I'm a nice person. And
So now she's a bitch.
Does that mean? Okay, continue.
so I'm a nice person and I find it easy to caretake others.
Oh.
So what does that mean on dates? Can you draw the conclusions?
Are you paying for the dates, Julianne?
Oh, wait, no, in the past, have I
sometimes.
financially taken care of guys? Ooh, yes.
Oh, she's a 2. Are you
Yeah.
a 2?
Oh my gosh!
You
Good
did your good work
job.
with the Enneagram.
He
Yeah.
did.
He listened to our Enneagram podcast.
You learned so much.
But no, what that means is I don't want anybody to feel bad. So even if I'm not feeling a connection, I am going to engage with you. I am going to like make it feel like you're, well, I mean, they are important, but I don't want to say I'm being inauthentic, but I am going to make sure that the other person like has a decent experience. So that leads me to my new concept of, okay, so I feel trapped on a date because I am who I am and it's hard for me to like back out. So I just adopted this new concept called the zero date.
Have
you heard it? Yeah,
yeah, we've heard about it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my one and only experience on the zero date, where I was like, I'm holding firm to this, like 1 hour, one drink. The poor guy
What happened?
was so nervous, and I think I'm pretty easy to be around.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Right? I mean, like,
easiest.
Let's all validate Julianne and say yes, 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 yes.
Well, hold on. Let's validate Julianne, but like men, sometimes it's hard for us to be in a date. Sometimes it's nerve-wracking. We're nervous, and I don't know if she likes being.
Well, yeah, I do have some good boobs. I agree. But really out. I don't know. I think they're just like, no, they're pretty contained, actually.
Yeah. So are you telling us to focus on the boobs when we're on a date? So we won't be
JC's telling you to focus on the boobs.
Oh, that's what gets in the way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were on a date and
Yeah, and the poor guy was so nervous. And I get it. Like, I get nervous on dates, too, if I'm attracted to the person. And
disclaimer, so you were not attracted
sorry,
to him.
but no, like I saw him and it was an immediate like, no, like there's not going to be anything. Nice guy, but he was so nervous that and I'm obviously looking at like nonverbals. And I've never had this before. Good thing I didn't take it personally, but like he could not even sit across from me. He was like catty corner backing up. His like arms were closed.
Oh my!
His fingers were on his lips, like biting his lips.
Oh my
The whole
goodness!
time. Yeah, and
He was just a little like anxious.
He was so anxious. You would think
needed a
liquid
therapist.
courage. Yeah, no, would help. No, so it took him 2 hours to finish one drink.
What?
Zero date fail.
The 0 day fail. And so what did I do with somebody who's nervous?
You caretaked.
I caretake. So of course.
What did you do?
I'm, just, making sure like we're talking all about him, making him feel good, saying all the positive, affirming things.
You were giving him a therapy like dating session.
Yes, I should have. I mean,
You should have got paid for that. Like, you're getting bought.
No, in the past, like I've struggled with letting guys buy me drinks. I was like, oh no, you buy me a drink for that? I was like, actually, my hourly rate is $125.
Okay, so did you guys kiss at the end?
Oh
or was
gosh,
that, no. I mean, we want to caretake.
Wait, hello, caretake had some boundaries.
Caretaking has its boundaries and limits with Julianne.
It was a front hug or a side hug? But
did he try to go in for the kiss?
No. Oh my God, I would have died.
What would have happened if he did?
I would have been like, I'm flattered, but no. But I'm not really flattered. I want to be out of here.
So are you guys stick to the zero date concept, or are you doing something else?
Can we remind our listeners what the zero date whatever you just said is? I can't spam words right now. Are not coming out.
I just remember a
Zero
TED
date
talk.
concept. There we
Do you
go.
guys remember? There's a TED talk where she had all these little rules and that's all I remember.
It's like a
Julianne
filtering
said-
system.
Yeah.
Like
Whitney,
what?
do you know information about it?
Yeah, she like filled it out. They had to have XYZ on their profile.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what
something
her
like that.
rules were, but they must message her and like engage in conversation. They have to like go out on a date like pretty immediately, and then she only stays for one drink. So
Wow.
it was a way to not get caught up in like messaging back and forth for months and months, or
Right.
Well, we preach that a lot here. You need to date with purpose and know what you're looking for. you know?
Yes, and I'm really bad about that.
Yeah, but we preach it though.
We do. I always say, like, I'm good about telling you what to do. I just can't, like, do it myself.
Yeah.
So, like, today, people at work were calling me out. They're like, Emma, you're, like, really bad at dating. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm really great at telling people what to do. So, like, you know, listen to my words. Don't follow my actions, okay?
So, do you guys know of any dating horror stories from Julianne? Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
She's confided in.
While you guys are thinking of that, like, Julianne, what brought you over to Dallas?
Let's see. Ultimately, grad school, get out of the miserable -50-degree.
Where did you go to grad school?
So I went to UN. Well, no. Okay. Side note, went to Corpus Christi with my roommate because at the time I was like,
Did you go see the Selena monument?
oh, sorry.
Okay.
I passed by it probably.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I did.
Did not go.
Yeah, we were looking for somewhere warmer near a beach. We didn't know what type of beaches we were going to get into.
Yeah.
But it was definitely an experience. I learned a lot about myself. I think I grew a lot in confidence. And then I found about UNT and their program for counseling, which is top ranked. And that led me to Denton, Go Mean Green, and then to JC in grad school, even though she didn't want to be my friend right away.
Tell us more, Julianne.
Yeah.
Tell us, Julianne, what did JC do?
JC was living her life, but I was, I guess, kind of desperate because I moved here by myself. Right, and I had been used to having like tons and tons of friends. And so it was an adjustment. And the way the grad school program was set up was that you worked full time and then you went to classes at night. So most people like commuted, they were in their lives. And I was like, oh, I need some friends. So I teased, like JC was being normal. I was needy.
So JC had boundaries and you didn't.
Yeah.
So what do you do now?
So I like to think that I help people. No, I do help people.
You do.
I do help
You
people.
do.
Help people help themselves.
Okay.
Beautiful.
In what ways, though?
In what ways for them to find their sense of worth, to find their sense of belonging, to find purpose, to be able to embody compassion and to move through life a little easier.
Okay. And so
Beautiful.
what's your like specialties or something that you typically focus on?
Yeah, so I've had a lot of experience working with those with disordered eating and body image eating disorders. Those that are just really harsh on themselves, I would say, and who don't, or not don't, but have a hard time seeing just how incredible they are.
Nice.
Beautiful. And something that we already discussed is like, what is yoga therapy?
Yeah. No, that's a good question. So yoga therapy.
Because all of y'all do it, so all of y'all are able to like talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, I guess I'll share like how I do it because it's a little bit different with everyone. But yoga therapy, they'll come in and I'll have like a regular assessment with them to kind of hear their history, like emotional pain points, like also physical pain points, what their goals are. But I have found yoga to be transformative not only in my life, but also with the clients that I work. And it is, for those like me who were a little hesitant and like it's like too hippy-dippy woo-woo, Bessel van der Kolk is an incredibly intelligent guy. And so when we just think about when we have hard experiences and or traumatic experiences, like we can't escape our body. Right.
Like
we live
in our bodies.
We live in our body, right? We're connected. So anyways, so a lot of my clients have had hard experiences that have accumulated over time. And so they'll come in and they'll do a check-in with me about like how they felt emotionally and physically. And then I'll work with them. And also I'll hear kind of like themes of what they're doing if they're in talk therapy. And I'll design a practice specifically for them to address whether symptoms of anxiety, depression, PTSD, body image issues through breath work, through poses, through mantras, through meditation. And it's just a way of really solidifying beliefs and being able to unlock old patterns of behavior.
Very cool.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
There's a lot
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's a good
It
description.
does to me, yeah.
Yeah. Whitney, can you I guess add to that? So do you do the same thing as well?
I do. I me and Julianne actually did the same psychotherapeutic yoga training.
I totally remember that. Like because you guys were with someone else that I knew that I was working with at the time. And like, that's how, do you remember like the person that we have in common? Because like all of a sudden she's like, you're friends with Whitney. And I'm like, how do you know Whitney? And they're like, we're doing yoga. Like we're doing the yoga therapy training together. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was a really cool program. I just did yoga before, just kind of like self-care, kind of like as like maybe something for exercise. But the psychotherapeutic yoga program was just like Julianne said, it was able to like pair up like this type of yoga or these practices or these poses would be helpful if you're feeling like anxious, where this other set of poses and practices would be helpful if you have depression. And I more like integrate it in with my clients. So I teach them like mindfulness skills. I'll teach them some stretches, just a way to like use the breath, use stretching, use the body to help alleviate symptoms of like anxiety or depression.
Okay. So Whitney, are you also from Wyoming? Did you brave the negative 50-degree weather? Where are you from?
I am not. I'm from Blue Ridge, which is about an hour and 15 minutes northeast of Dallas.
Okay.
So it's a little bitty town. It's also country, cowboy hats and stuff.
Oh, see? Yeah. The theme is
Are you
cowboys.
more like legit cowboy than Julianne?
Oh, shit.
I don't know
No,
if
don't
I'm more
even.
legit cowboy. I definitely have family members that are more legit cowboy. They have the buckles and the hats and the boots.
I love it so much.
Okay, so did you go to school in Dallas somewhere or Austin somewhere? Or?
I went to school also at UNT. We all have like the same bio.
Oh my gosh.
We are the same people.
And they all like were roommates at some point or other too.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay.
So I went to UNT, undergrad and graduate school. That's where I met JC and Julianne.
Nice, right on. So are you single, married,
Engaged.
engaged?
Recently put a ring on it.
Oh, nice. We're all excited here in the Date Podcast studio. Okay, congrats.
I love that you're
round
clapping
of
for
applause.
yourself.
No, it isn't a compliment.
So how did that happen? Was
Yeah,
it
for real.
Was it a cool proposal or what?
So we had, I moved down here, so we were living together. I moved down here in April, so it was kind of like, is this gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? Like, we'll see. Both of us are pretty relaxed. I'm a 9, he's a 6, so pretty relaxed about it. And I
Yes,
was
you are.
suspicious that he had a ring. And
Did
we
you
went
try
to-
looking for it?
I didn't try looking for it.
Okay, good.
But he did kind of like, he went to go like pick up a package for his mom one day. So I was like, wonder what that is. And we actually went on a vacation to Colorado together, and he had it the whole time. So he was kind of waiting, for like a hike or a nice scenery or like a special moment to like bust it out. And I now know at points like I was carrying the backpack that had the ring in it, carrying it around for a while. But he has like an introverted side as well, and it ended up happening when we got home, which was super special because we lived together.
Did you say
and
yes
it
the
was-
first time?
I did the first time. I did say yes.
So how did you know that he was the one?
Oh, I knew you were
like
going to
asking
ask
that
me
question.
this.
Yeah.
You said you knew we were going to ask you this?
I knew it. I don't know if I still have like a well-prepared answer.
It
I
doesn't
remember
have to be.
whenever you like first started dating him, because I remember you
do?
just being like so smitten about him, and then like like our friends in common, like my best friend, like who, that's how we met. Like
Yeah.
would like be like, yeah, Whitney like fell in love with someone and like so smitten, and then like anytime you talk about him, like I remember you just being like, oh my gosh.
That's nice to hear. Okay,
having
how
cold
did I
feet?
know he was the one? What'd you say?
I said, are you having cold feet?
No, I just to hear like other people's perception of it.
Do you guys have the same values? Are you the same?
Yes,
you know?
yeah. So I mean, before him, like up until like right recently up to him, my dating record was spotty.
What does that
So it
mean,
was
Whitney?
growing.
What does that
It was
mean?
growing.
I did have some pretty like not the best experiences.
Wait, can we
Dated-
hear one real quick? Like,
Dated
Yeah.
some
The
weird
one
ones.
big one.
this is the worst one.
Ooh.
Okay, so it was 2 people, I guess, back before him. It was this guy, dated one other person, and then Mark. So that was the timeline. And this was my one and only ever date that I got on a dating app.
Hinge, right?
Yeah, so it was Hinge.
And
so
Hinge is supposed to be the better one.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
know.
good
I
one.
like
It's a
Hinge.
good one.
I like Hinge.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just a bad seed in there.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of like a serial monogamous. Like I tend to be in like long-term relationships, take a break, long-term relationship, take a break. So I was like, oh, this is fun. I'll jump on Hinge. And I went on a date, and it hit me at a weird spot. So it was like the perfect storm. Like I had been in a long-term relationship that had ended. I had moved to Dallas. I was living with JC. I was like ready to have some fun, be like single bird. And this guy came along. So I was like, oh, casually dating. That's cool. That's not something I normally do. we'll keep it chill, keep it light, hang out. And this did not work to my advantage because this was like a double lifer. So we dated for like, what was it, like 7 months?
Like, 8 months.
Yeah, it was a while.
And because I felt like we were such good friends and kind of doing our own thing, like it made it super easy for him to like have something totally else going on.
You said
Wait,
double
what?
lifer?
Wait, what?
And then
Yeah.
he didn't live. Wait,
Yeah.
well,
Okay,
was
so
he
I'll
a
just-
U.S. resident? And then he went home.
He was. I don't really know his like residency status, but
Is that important to the story?
Well, it is because he would go to Mexico for
yeah,
periods
at
of
some-
time.
So at some point, like towards the end, he like moves back. Things are falling apart anyways. There's like less and less contact because he's like in transition, like moving back. And
to Mexico.
then yes,
Okay.
and then I find someone else to date. You know, things are still like crumbling. It ends really weird. He's like busting out. I'm like trying to call it off. He's busting out with like, "I love you. How could you do this to me? Why would
and
you
they were
end
so not at this
things?"
level.
Yes,
That was
things were like
inappropriate.
cooling off very naturally. I was like, "Oh, this is like a wonderful natural progression. It seems like it's run its course. We'll call things quits." So explosion, confusion, weirdness. Like months after, I get a call from
I knew it.
little girlfriend.
Little.
Oh, little
Like
girlfriend.
She was like
21.
19.
Oh. I thought you were going to say wife, and I was like, he has a whole nother family in Mexico.
Well, he
I
did.
did.
Wait,
have a
what?
wife.
I started investigating him, and he was recently divorced before I met.
And never told her.
So he
Did I not hear
never
this?
told me, never mentioned this at all. Had been divorced.
Whitney.
Julian's
Had a girlfriend the entire time we were dating, which was incredibly sad because she was like much younger and like obviously like very in love with him. And then she found me somehow and called me. And
Hey,
What did she
bro.
say?
she's asked me if I ever dated the past 2 years.
Oh my gosh, you just said his name. Oh my gosh.
Wait, is he?
You are the dirt of the earth, and we are calling you out, mother effer.
Like a Dr. Death
Oh my
situation.
God. Is he related to for some reason?
He's not.
No, he's not.
He's not.
So
Whitney, I have a confession.
Oh,
You
God.
dated him.
no, I dated him.
No, do you remember one night we got really drunk and we went to some concert at the Bomb Factory? I don't remember, but
Robert
David
Plant?
walked back and he like held my hand,
Oh.
and not just like the like in between the fingers, and I felt so guilty.
Was that G-Eazy?
This, but I feel trapped. I don't know what to do.
What concert was that?
I don't know. Oh
It was G-Eazy, wasn't it?
It was G-Eazy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we just
Toasted
opened up
that
Pandora's
night.
box and it's
Whitney,
like
you
freaking
didn't see
amazing.
that?
Oh.
I did see that. I remember that night.
And how
Julian
many
was
years did
holding
it
my
take?
hand. She had her hand down my pants. Pretty sure.
There was lots of weird things happening that night. I just kind of brushed it off.
Oh my gosh.
No, I didn't have my hand on your back.
Yes, you did.
Back or
The backside. Yes, the backside.
So
I'm blushing for you, Whitney. I'm so sorry.
I know.
this guy was quite the suave guy, huh? What was it about him that kept you with him?
Oh, was just so fun.
Yeah.
He was just so fun.
He had ADD really bad, so it was like very fun.
It was a fun 7.
Oh,
Seven.
okay.
Also, you
but
forgot
anyway,
to say how you
So-
met the first date, which JC was involved.
I attended the first date.
Yeah, so my first.
We should have known from that. To be like 2
It was my
girls.
first Hinge date. I was too scared to go alone, so I brought JC.
That's a good
That's a
friend,
good thing
right?
to do, though. Yeah, that's good. You know, watch your friends
Did she
back.
sit at the table with you guys?
Did.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had a drink with them.
I made her wait until I kind of gave like the thumbs up, like, okay, you can leave my date now.
It's like I'm
Good.
bored.
Did you talk, or did you just kind of sit there?
I just stared at them.
She was like bouncing the date.
Yeah, no, I interacted. I wasn't a huge fan from the get-go. I told you that.
Yeah, because you can tell, like, what's it 100 milliseconds? You can
Yes.
tell, like, the human can tell if they like this person or not.
Yeah.
So it's really instantaneous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you stayed together for 7 months, which maybe it was
Yeah.
just all fun and games. Maybe you guys
Yeah.
were going
Yeah,
to
I think it was
concerts.
just fun and
That way.
games. It just perfect storm, like I said. My time of life
That's
then-
a pretty good story.
ended tragically.
Yeah. Is that the worst one you had? Because I think that's not that bad. We've heard worse than that. I mean, so
Yeah.
I don't know. She's just like, I mean, like, this was a lot of drama. Like, I feel like I'm watching like a Mexican soap opera right now. Like, legit.
What is it called?
And telenovela.
A telenovela.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I'm just like waiting for like surprise, like another like, like plot twist.
Yeah.
nice.
This was pretty
I
good.
don't know. That was the end of it.
That
And
was
then,
it, huh?
like Confessions from Julianne, like was the cherry on top.
I didn't know what to do.
And I love that you like chose the podcast to like share your confession.
It's recorded forever.
It is recorded forever.
This is not like the Catholic Church, but I'm just putting everything out. So I'm gonna feel relieved and light when I'm done.
So that's Julianne being the 2 again. She was just
Yes.
helping, right? Just hold his hand.
I don't want to reject you. This feels wrong. No, like I just want to let you know.
The hand of my best
Guilty
friend's
conscience.
boyfriend.
I saw you walking. I was just thinking, like, this isn't right. They're in front of us. Are they going to turn around? What are you doing?
Oh my
And
God.
then I just stayed
knows?
there.
Wait, confession. Did he make any other moves besides that?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Was this
Oh,
at the
no.
end or the beginning or in the middle of the 7
It was
month?
at the end of the night. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Everybody had a lot of drinks, but I
Yeah.
don't know where it was in the phase of the.
And like I was trying to
Yeah.
justify, like he doesn't know. Stop. I'm done. All right, JC, tell us about your life.
JC, you're the glue that has brought everyone together.
All right.
Before we move out, can we edit out his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Concentrate. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm back in the game. That was just hanging over my head.
Oh.
I'm like,
Yes, I will
sweating.
make Zorik edit things.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Emma.
You can edit that last.
All right, JC, you're next.
The first time y'all have to ever.
I know. With the 3 of y'all get here and we now have to edit everything. All right.
Just delete it all.
All right. So, JC, you are the glue.
Yes.
I feel like you are the glue.
I'm
She
the
is the
includer. I want everybody involved
Yeah.
Beautiful.
all the time. I'm a 2 as well.
You're
I think
also
she's
a
the
caretaker.
2 or 2 of the 2.
The true two.
The 2 or 2 of the 2.
2 or 2 of
I
the
like
2.
that. I am
2 or
a
2.
2. I like being a 2.
Good.
Beautiful.
2. Put that on me.
I am a 3.
Oh,
Zorik and I are both threes.
similar.
I know that.
I feel like 3s and 2s are similar.
I don't like to caretake sometimes.
Yeah. But like for image, you will.
Yeah, for image I will, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I question
it's
if
a
I'm a real
contest.
2. I feel sometimes like I'm a 2 with a 3 wing, but I don't know. I question at times.
I'm a 9.
But
I
not
think y'all
about
all
me.
know that.
This is about JC.
Yes. JC. So, are you a Texas native?
Yes. So same background as Julian. and Whitney. Well, okay. So I was born and raised in Paris.
Texas.
Yeah.
Not
Beautiful.
Also California.
We have our own Eiffel Tower.
Do y'all really?
We have a cowboy hat on top though, and it's
I
not
love
quite
it.
as small.
I like want to go to Paris, Texas so bad because
You
I wanted to.
don't.
No, I don't. Okay.
No, there's nothing to do there.
Well, I want to go see the Eiffel Tower with a cowboy hat. And that's it.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
pretty cool.
it's pretty cool, but that's all there is,
Mm.
unfortunately.
It's okay.
But no, it's super cute. There's like good food, good people.
Beautiful.
So it's beautiful. Small town life. There's only
Mhm.
25,000 people. So that's the same amount as people as our college at UNT.
Oh my.
At least
Probably
whenever I
bigger
went.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you do for fun growing up in Paris, Texas, since it was so small?
Well, I moved when I was in the 2nd grade. So I like played outside and like built forts and
What? You do
painted things and played with my little brother.
So did you move to Paris,
Swam.
Texas when you were 2?
No, I
No.
grew up
Oh,
there.
okay.
Family's all
Okay.
there. And then I moved to like mid-cities area
Okay.
afterwards. And then UNT.
UNC.
For undergrad and grad?
Mhm.
Okay.
Were you dating in at UNT?
I was dating. Yeah,
Hinge?
I dated a lot. I
Oh.
did all of them. I did like Tinder. Tinder was really big then. Now I feel like Tinder gets a bad rap for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah, they say it's for hooking up, but it's not really for hooking
It
up.
wasn't back then. We did Tinder drinking games.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, we would mainly Tinder in groups.
Yeah.
Like it made it
Oh.
more fun.
But did you go on those dates if you matched, or did you just?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
I went on the dates. I did also. Can I tell some of the other ones? 'Cause-
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
not on them now. Okay, Plenty of Fish. I did that one. Okay, Cupid.
I didn't like OK Cupid.
I forget them.
Coffee meets bagel.
Coffee.
There you
Meets
go.
Bagel.
I like Coffee
Did you
Meets
do
Bagel.
Match?
Happening. Do y'all remember Happening?
No.
Yeah.
Oh
Quick.
my gosh. Okay, so real quick, it's like when people are in the same vicinity as you and you can see like 20 meters, 10
What?
meters.
That is
1
like-
meter.
that's a little
So
stalker
it's
status.
really creepy.
Oh,
Creeping
wait.
up on you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I,
No, I don't know
deleted
it.
that one very quickly. Don't do it.
There was one that maybe it is that one where it was like you could see people like that you've been around with in like your day. And you
Yeah,
got
that's happened.
It's
That's
like
happening.
Find My
Okay.
Friends, but way too soon.
Ooh.
So how were the dates that you went on through those apps?
Let's see. I mean, I
As
feel
she has her wine in her hand.
yeah. I mean, I felt like they were pretty good. You know, it was like Denton, so
Where do y'all go in
Julian's
Denton?
making a face. Who knows?
Where do y'all go in Denton? The
What is
square.
that face? Who are
Is
you
that it?
thinking of?
I don't remember his name.
I
just
think I
know,
remember his name.
Like, and I get it because I like tend to like choose wounded people, but
Who
Wait,
was
okay.
What? Tell us. No,
Go
get to
ahead.
the story, Julianne.
Go
Don't tease us. Just tell us.
he was complicated as complicated could be.
it? Was it like a neo-Nazi? It felt like a little bit, right?
Was it John?
Is this
No.
Yes.
Is this JC? Is this
John.
your date?
Yeah, yeah. I was very
Like-
confused. He was like socialist, but like, I don't know. He was a complicated person.
He was complicated, and was there like physical limits with him?
Physical limits.
I don't know what that means.
Performance
Can
issues?
you-
Like she couldn't touch him.
Can you explain
Like she couldn't hold his hand.
Right, like
Oh, we didn't like me to hug him, maybe?
no. Did y'all have
I
sex?
blocked
No.
it out.
Yeah, they
I don't
probably
think
did.
so.
I'm sure they did.
I think like he was no, just like you could only
Stacey.
cuddle, and that was it.
I don't remember. I don't think that was me.
That wasn't. Oh,
that was
But
Whitney.
He was super weird.
oh.
Whitney, was that you? You could only cuddle with someone.
No.
I
no.
think the worst date that I ever went on. So I went on this date and I was like super into hippy dippy because my family like, you know, grew up at like business and just kind of always thought that that's what I wanted. Then I went to UNT, a liberal school, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna date like the most
In the
liberal
middle of Denton,
person.
and what cracks me up is like Denton. You think it's like such a country town, but it's really I'm just like half the
It's
time
like
I was in
Austin
Denton. Yeah, I was
or
like
Portland.
I need to get out of here. Like,
Yeah.
I can't handle this. It's
No,
too overwhelming and too
I was
much.
on your page.
Yeah.
Too hip.
It's like you
So
were making your own deodorant at this point.
I was making my own deodorant, my own
True story.
toothpaste.
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh.
You're bringing
whoever-
your own nail polish to get your nails
I
painted.
did.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
like
my
the
gosh.
non-chemical nail polish. So I really wanted to date somebody with the same values as me. And so I went out with someone. And
Oh
this
my gosh.
is actually after I had graduated college. And so like we should be young professionals at this point. And we went out and he was telling me about his living situation. And
I remember this.
he said that he lived in a closet.
What?
And he said it was a really big closet.
Is he like trying to be Harry Potter? Like, what's going on?
I don't know, or a minimalist. I thought it was cool, so I went with it. And then I went home to Julianne, and I was like, "Hey," she's like, "That's weird." It's like, you're right. What was I thinking? So I don't remember. Oh, and I met this one guy on Tinder that.
It's a closet.
Oh, that's a closet? I was like, what is that noise?
You can't tell hangers in the closet. Okay, go ahead.
But he had like cheated on his girlfriend to
In the
like,
closet?
No, this is a new guy.
Oh, okay.
To like go on Tinder. And
that
so
happens.
that just like obviously was like a big no.
Hmm.
So I slammed that closet door and I said goodbye.
Yeah, girl.
Well, that's pretty. Living in a closet.
Yeah.
Financially, he just wasn't there or something, or just.
Yeah. I know, now that's mean that we're saying all this.
No, it's okay.
It's not mean. That's weird.
But he was probably.
That is weird.
I'm
I would
judging
too,
hardcore.
But that is weird.
I'm
Yeah.
judging because,
I mean, it was Denton.
I mean, like, yes,
Early
yes.
20s too, right? You guys were
And
younger.
like, but it doesn't give you an it doesn't give you an excuse to like live in someone's closet. Like that's weird. Like no, stop it right now. Like be a grown up. No. Like I don't even like tiny homes. Like don't let me get me into tiny homes. Like, and I get it's like my Napoleon complex. Like I get it 100%. Like I know exactly where I'm coming from. Still, like I would rather
No.
live in a tiny home over a closet though.
Yeah.
Like
Or
get it
just-
together, person.
Yeah, dig yourself into
Tiny
debt
homes are
and
like
get a normal
$40,000.
place.
yeah, they could be
ET
expensive.
dub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like JC powered through Hinge.
She did.
She powered through
did.
OkCupid, Tinder, Bumble, and she is in a relationship.
I am.
Oh, we have like one of each, basically.
5.5 months. We're fresh.
Oh, fresh meat. So did you give him a list
beautiful.
of rules, like when you guys got together?
No, but we've kind of like made our own rules for sure. Because we're both like pretty sensitive. We're both like pretty anxious.
What's his number?
Oh, on the Enneagram.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's his number anyway? Maybe we can hang.
We're gonna call him right now, and we're gonna be like, "Hey, do you want to be on the podcast? Too bad you're already on it."
We think he's a 4.
Okay.
What's the 4?
Yeah.
Remind me.
The tragic romantic. He wrote me a poem today.
Oh, he's the Johnny Depp, right? He's the Johnny Depp,
Oh.
yeah.
Yes,
And
yeah,
he's very creative and artistic.
and he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, he does not act or seem like a lawyer at all, for sure. So,
That's
He's
good.
also like the biggest supporter of our podcast.
he
Aw.
is. He's a big
He's a
cheerleader.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like
He has a big heart.
Like, yeah.
He's so sweet.
props. Matt,
Yeah.
if you're listening,
We love you.
Props.
I approve.
So what are you
Stamp of
doing?
approval.
What are you doing, JC, when you're not doing a podcast? And what do you like? What do you work?
Not
What do you
doing
work?
therapy. I know, like, I
Yeah.
know what they do outside. I know what they do, but I feel like our
Emma knows.
listeners
She
should
sees
know.
our Instagram.
I'm always very envious of it too. Like,
do
dude,
they do?
I want to
Travel
like.
a lot.
Oh, nice.
I want to like nature
So-
too. Take me and teach me about nature.
What is this nature? We hike, we travel. We just got back from Banff, Canada.
Yes.
Um,
I was hosting my wine party and you guys were in Banff, and it was so funny because
I was actually jealous of the wine party.
Oh, thank
joke. I was
you.
like, they have so many friends, and I wasn't
I
invited.
do have
The
so
last
many
one?
friends.
The
Can
last
we be
party?
invited
One.
next time?
Yes.
Yeah, it gets
Okay.
crazy though.
It does get
It gets
crazy.
a little crazy. Lots
Well-
more than this.
we can get crazy.
It's crazy. And so what was
Obviously.
funny is that like my best friend, I don't say her name on the podcast for a reason. And so she's in Banff, and they're like, what? They're like, Banff, Canada, and they're like, what?
Attitude.
So we had to she had to spell it out. This was also like midway through.
BAMFT. That's
Yeah.
where we were.
Bamfed.
Banff.
Okay, so JC, tell us about Everyday Therapy Podcast. What's that about?
Yeah. So I just noticed from doing therapy that I'm saying the same stuff over and over again, and it's like can be super helpful to people. And so we just wanted a platform to be able to share it like with a lot of people all at once, and to be able to interview like these amazing people. You guys are coming on.
What up?
So,
Yeah.
like, amazing people with such great knowledge to be able to share with a lot of different people. So it's been super cool, and yeah, it's been exciting.
So who's the best host out of y'all three?
Ooh.
I think we all bring our different qualities.
Oh.
For sure.
That's such a beautiful peacemaker
Beautiful.
thing to say, Whitney.
for sure.
I'll mediate
Yeah.
your question.
Whitney is
Keep the
super
peace.
funny and
Yeah.
like I don't know, she just like cracks me up. And I don't know, you're like eloquent in the way that you say things. And then Julianne, you just like
This is a
sweet.
compliment circle, by the way.
Yeah,
know.
it's a gratitude slam. I feel like Julianne's like sweet and like compassionate and kind of directs the conversation.
Oh, I do direct.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
You guys, I'm feeling so warm and fuzzy right now. I like to call these so warm and fuzzy.
What do I do?
Yeah,
Validate me.
You're very,
compliment
like,
JC.
interpersonal, and I feel like you like connect really well with our guests, and you
See,
like,
I think you
you.
Keep
direct
good
in
stories.
good ways, and you're fun, and you like
Yeah.
are super vulnerable and share your stories.
I do. I share a lot of stuff I probably shouldn't.
No, it's good.
But it's good.
Good.
It's good to be real,
Yeah.
because that's what everyone wants to hear. They
Yes.
want the
Yeah.
they want the real you guys. They don't
Yeah.
want anything
For sure.
fabricated. So what's I guess the hardest thing when you host a podcast or have your own show like you guys? I mean, what are the struggles that you guys go through? Just in case someone wants to do their own podcast.
Yeah. I feel like you want it to be good and you want people to get something out of it. And so like I feel like controlling in that way of like I have an idea of how that goes, and so really like letting that idea go of how you think it should go.
Mm-hmm.
I think is super hard.
Yeah, you get it.
Yep.
Yeah. What about you, Julianne?
I am a recovering perfectionist.
Yeah.
So, well, no, okay. Yeah, it's between that and wanting it to be really, really good and people to get something out of it. And I think, too, for me, just like personality-wise, I never want to make my guests feel put on the spot. And sometimes
What's that reaction,
Zorik
Zorik?
and Emma are trying to do.
Drink more, drink more.
How can we
Right.
put them on the spot?
That's why we have bottles of wine.
right.
On the
So this is
table.
this is good.
Yeah.
So that's my challenge.
Whitney.
okay, what's the biggest challenge I think in
Yeah.
the podcast?
Yes.
I don't know. I guess maybe not overthinking it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like going with it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's true. Because I remember when Zorik like came up with this idea. Because I mean, it's Zorik's brainchild for ours. It truly is. Like he asked me to like be a guest, and then it became like, no, let's be co-host. And I remember like being so nervous and so anxious the first one that like a friend wanted to join, and I was like, no, I was like, I can't have you there. And then like his best friend, who's a close friend of mine, like ended up being in the room, and I was just like, I don't want to look at you, like pretend, like I don't want you to be in the room right now. Like I'm just gonna pretend like you're not here, because I was just like so anxious and overwhelmed. I'm like, I don't know what to expect. And then like, but Zorik like made it very easy, and so like the wall came down, and so it was a lot of fun. And then when everyone was like, "Do you want to do this forever?" and I said, "Yes."
Did he get down on one knee?
Podcast,
Yeah, I did.
podcast marriage.
No, he didn't.
Hand you a mic.
Yeah.
I fed her more wine, and she's like, okay.
Okay. Wine me. Which is why he puts up with all my crap now.
No, it's not crap. It's fun. It's fun speaking with Emma, and I'm sure you guys
Thank you.
have fun
Yeah.
speaking with yourselves and guests, and you get more information from them, and you can kind of use that in your daily practices.
Yeah.
So it's really
For
cool.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
for
what is
sure.
your challenge?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna have to go with kind of like Whitney of like letting go of like what I think it needs to be, and like
Yeah.
like having fun with it, like because I would get so caught up on like what do I need to say, like again, like I'm a 3, so like it's all about image, and so like even to this day, like there's things that I won't do on this podcast on purpose,
Like
you know,
what?
like I won't cuss.
Fucking.
She won't say. She won't say taint.
Oh my gosh, Zorik, stop
And
it!
then she hates that noise.
Okay,
Oh, Zorik, stop!
Well, hey, no. Okay. Question though, like, would you cuss and then know that you could, like, cut it out?
Yeah.
I would not cut it out. Just-
No, he wouldn't though. That's the thing, is that he
No,
wouldn't.
I mean,
and
if
so
she wanted.
It's a trust.
Yeah. What do you? We're trying to make her Emma cuss, but
No, I will not fall into this peer pressure. I won't. As I drink my wine.
I think I'm pretty persuasive. I actually like to instigate and be persuasive. What's that about?
You know who's really persuasive? It is, I'm going to call her out by her name, and I'm going to tell her I'm going to call her out. Brandy.
Oh.
Brandy is like scary persuasive, and half the time I'm like, Brandy, please stop. Leave me alone. I don't want to tell you things anymore.
But really,
She
what
will
would
get
be
it
the
out of
worst
you.
thing if you cussed? Like, what's going to happen?
Nothing, but I
like
just
she's
don't want to
doing
do
therapy on you
it.
right
She is. I just don't want to do it, Julianne. All right, Zorik. Let's move on to
Okay.
Zorik.
All right.
Sensing some deflection and avoidance.
I do have one last question for
Okay.
each of you,
Go ahead.
and this is going to be very quick. I want each of you to describe each other's past dating life in 3 words.
3.
3 words. So you get like a minute to think about it. Zorik, cue the music. Do you have a minute?
Oh, this is so hard.
What music can I put on here? I can just like. Oh no, that's like. So they're thinking of.
So
3
they're
words.
thinking about 3 words that's going to describe each other's past dating lives. So that means
They're thinking of 3
Julianne will have 1 for
words.
JC and Whitney. Whitney will have 3 for Julianne and JC will have 3 for Whitney and Julianne.
It's about-
I hope I said that correctly.
About 10 more seconds, and then who are we gonna start with?
Time,
Emma,
time,
you run
time,
this.
time.
All right.
Buzzer. I feel like JC, are you good?
Yeah, it can be.
All right.
Julianne, I. oh my gosh, this is so fun. I think of muscles. Kind of like broy a little bit.
Okay, muscles, broy. 1 more.
Chocolate.
All right.
That's a type.
JC, what about for Whitney?
Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, I think that tall, kind of nerdy in a loving way. I love your nerdy boys. Sweet. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Whitney, JC, go.
Oh gosh. Okay. Like at the type. Okay, can Julianne go next?
All right, Julianne, go.
JC. I love you.
Uh-oh. Let's hear it.
Identity changes.
Identity changes. Okay.
Eclectic.
Eclectic.
And I will say that you caretake.
All right, and what about for Whitney?
Well, you gave it away yourself, but long term. And I mean this in the best of ways. Like, you have always been the better out of the partners.
So
Okay.
she's a better person.
Yeah, except like you finally met your match with like Mark. We're just saying, like you've I think you've dated under.
Oh, yeah, okay. Like she's been like the
Dated
better,
down.
yeah.
And then I would say like nerdy in the best way.
All right,
What are you talking about?
Right, with your headset.
Whitney, are you ready?
Okay, I'm just gonna go with what I had.
Okay,
so
beautiful.
Oddly enough, Julianne, the first thing I wrote down for you,
Oh no.
and maybe this is my friend bias, but dating guys who are not good enough for you.
Oh.
Okay, I agree.
And then JC's, I agree with the eclectic. There's, you've tried them all out. Like just type, like her type varies. And then one thing, like giving more than getting in the past.
Yeah. For sure.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. We love it.
Touching.
Okay,
All
so
right.
Grown so much.
so let's end with a quick game here.
Hooray!
If you guys don't mind playing a quick game. And this game is, what is this game called, Emma? This game is called Deal
Oh my gosh.
or No Deal Breaker. So I'm going to read a
do we win?
statement. Oh, we're getting there. I'm going to read a statement to each one of you guys, and you tell us whether it's a deal breaker or it's not a deal breaker. It's fine. So the person who has the least number of deal breakers wins, I guess. So
Is that a good thing though?
Well,
like, what do they win? Like, hello, there needs to be winners and losers. There's a trophy at the end.
Might be a prize. Do you
Like
wanna-
wine? Like more wine?
Perfect.
Let's see. What is the prize here? We have a prize, right?
Not our self-respect, because it means
I think
nothing.
we have a prize. Did you ever want to hide yourself from an embarrassing situation? Want to trick your kids into thinking that you're someone else? Well, you can easily hide your mug by putting on an emergency mustache. I said it, emergency mustache. Styles include traditional gent, cowboy, rusty brush, Italian plumber, and good old Geraldo Rivera. All sealed for extra freshness. Keep your self-adhesive mustache in your shirt pocket, bra, or fanny pack. It's the emergency mustache kit. Get yours today.
What's wrong with you?
The emergency mustache.
Oh, this is so.
Oh my
exciting.
gosh.
Halloween
Oh
is
my
coming up. I
gosh.
know.
Oh my gosh, you guys. He has
Okay.
a legit mustache.
It's not really an emergency mustache, but
Oh my gosh.
you all can wear it just in case.
I don't mean to cause too much trouble. However, I think not having enough deal breakers may not be a good thing.
Well, let's play.
Let's just see what happens.
And let's see what happens. Okay, let's start with Emma. Are you ready?
Oh
Emma?
no, I have so many rules. I get
okay.
made fun of for
Just
it,
a
but
few
I don't
rounds.
care.
Okay,
Fine.
ready? You ready?
Fine. All right, I'll put my phone down as I'm Instagramming.
Okay. This person pronounces and or spells the word supposedly.
Oh my gosh, stop. Nope, done. Deal breaker.
No, but he could be the finest
I'm
man
done.
in the world.
I'm done.
Think about this.
No.
He could
I'm
have
done.
a PhD.
No, if you have a PhD, you know how to spell supposedly. Like, you're not an idiot. You know what spell check is. Freaking use it.
So this is a deal breaker.
Yes. Bad grammar is like, no, don't be dumb.
What if
Don't
it's
be
the
dumb.
only word he can't spell correctly in the
It's
dictionary?
one of those words like exercise. I will never be able to spell that.
EXERCICE.
And sometimes spell check can't even get it right because I spell it so wrong.
No, I was in spelling bees, so no.
Okay.
Emma would never date me.
No.
So sad.
I'm gonna lose at this game, and I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right.
I feel
J-
like I'll probably win because I don't know a lot of deal breakers.
all right, JC, you ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Okay. He works as a therapist and has a podcast
No.
on therapy.
I've dated too many therapists. They're all messed up. No. Yes, that was deal breaker.
That's so quick.
I mean, is there anything
I love
else?
how JC was like, I think I'm gonna win because I have like no bias. No.
No, therapists are crazy.
Okay, so that's a no.
Julian, I mean, JC, we are therapists.
I
Okay.
know.
All right, this one. I don't think this is a bad thing. But Whitney, he takes his shoes off and walks barefoot in public.
No, not a deal breaker.
See?
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
That's fine. That's
I'm
fine.
okay with that.
Okay.
Funny enough, Mark leaves his socks around the house all the time. I'm cool with bare feet.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. Julianne, you ready?
I'm ready.
He posts excessively on
Oh, yes.
Facebook,
No. I
Instagram,
mean, no.
Twitter.
No.
No?
No.
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 That is okay. That's a no. Okay.
So Whitney's the only one that has said, like, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. But you gave Whitney an easy one because, like, we all
is
like
an easy
not
one.
having shoes. Like, who wants to wear shoes? Nobody wants to wear shoes.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
barefoot right now. It's lovely.
Me too.
Okay. All right. I got one for Emma.
Yeah, I will not swipe right on anybody who has more selfies than me.
Yeah. That
True.
that's not a good thing. Okay. Here's one.
Who is it?
Emma.
Oh, me.
He does not. He's terrible at sex.
Oh.
That's a deal breaker, Zorik.
Is it?
Yeah.
But you guys match on every level. Let's say he matches.
Can he be trainable? Like, can we?
Like how many times?
Yeah, sex podcast.
How many
Can you work
times?
on it?
I feel like you can, right?
We
Like,
have
you
to
can.
be in the moment right now.
Okay, no. If I'm using my communication skills while I'm having sex and I can help him like figure out like how to get me to orgasm a little bit more and how to like teach him to like give me great oral, then I will say it's not a deal breaker. Like I can teach him.
He's teachable. All right, we like that answer. We like that answer. We like
Women,
that.
like honestly, like if your guy's not having good sex with you, like start talking about it. Like don't like judge him or like condemn him. Yeah, but like be like open about it. Like I like when you do this. I like when you do that. Can we try this? Like talk about it. Like just don't be like you're not really good at sex. Like open up about it. It's not like horrible. Like you're both naked and like his penis is inside of you. Like you can talk about it.
That
It's
sucks.
fine.
Okay.
Getting excited here.
Next question.
JC,
What?
you ready, JC?
Yeah.
All right. He. Oh gosh, there's so many here. I can't even. He wears tighter jeans than you. Because the thing
Man.
today it's about skinny jeans. It's in style. So think carefully.
I feel like my jeans are so tight. Like, no. I
No?
would say, yeah, no.
Does he wear skinny jeans though, or does he not wear skinny jeans?
Wait, my boyfriend?
Yeah,
No, he
does
does
not?
not.
Okay.
He wears boot cut.
boot cut. Well, I mean, it's in style, so I just want to.
But I am like really big on wardrobe.
Yeah.
I'm always very critical of wardrobe.
No, I think you have decent standards.
Sorry, Matt.
No, but I didn't mean that in the wrong way at all. No, I think sometimes it's you like.
You know, covering the mic does not mean we can't hear you.
I will just say, in the past, JC has been very permissive.
What other things? Are you talking about the holes in the shirt?
Not even with Matt. I'm just saying.
What other things? Oh, I want to know.
I think the world of you. And I don't think guys always meet your level.
Confessions by
sweet of you.
Julianne.
Okay, Whitney, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. You make more money than him. Is that
Not
a
a
deal breaker?
Not a deal breaker, no.
Okay.
It's not a deal breaker for her.
I
Thought there'd be-
Whitney is humble as hell, okay?
I thought there'd be some more.
Whitney is cool.
I want to be
Okay,
more like
okay.
Whitney.
Okay, Whitney. All right.
I mean, it doesn't. Maybe not like a crazy difference, but if mine was like a little more.
Because some men, that's intimidating for
Yeah.
some of us. Like if you make more money
Yes.
than us, definitely it's a big. And it causes
Right,
a
but
lot of
that
fights.
again goes back to like the men. It's not about us. It's about y'all.
Okay.
Y'all need to figure something out by
I'm
yourselves.
just speaking for all of us.
I know. And I'm just saying men in general need to start going to therapy more.
We should.
Thank you.
All right,
You're
I mean, I
welcome.
don't. Yeah.
Julianne. Okay, here's a good one. He is a virgin.
Oh.
Is that a deal breaker?
Oh.
Someone that may not know about sex. He may not know
about
where to put it.
What are the? Which hole does it go in?
You might put it in your ear.
There's 3 different ones. Really choose the right one.
Okay.
But there's only one that'll
it's
actually
not-
open.
I'm not judging, but from
I have stories. No, just
well, JC, do tell. No. Okay. So I'm not going to judge the person. And I will also say I kind of am traditional in some senses, and I do want a guy to be a little bit more assertive in that realm. And I think it would be hard for me to play that role of like teaching you everything.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like I can teach you some things, but not everything.
I can't teach you everything. Exactly.
Like I want to be taken care of in some ways.
Yep.
And in the bedroom.
Yep.
Okay. So,
So deal breaker?
Is that a
Do-
deal breaker?
That is a deal breaker.
Oh my goodness, that is a deal breaker.
sorry, Colton.
Oh.
New Bachelor.
Who?
The new Bachelor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was like, I'm not
Oh.
talking to a Colton.
I thought she just called you out.
I was like, that's not his name.
Okay, last round.
All right,
One
last
around.
round.
One last one for Emma. Let's see if there's a real good one.
Please give me one that, like, I'm not going to say is a deal breaker. Like, give me, like, a neutral one.
A neutral one.
Like, you know exactly what my rules are.
Okay.
You, like, call me out on them all the time. Like, don't set me up for failure, damn it.
Okay.
There's my cuss
Okay,
word.
here you go.
I'm restraining myself from cussing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
We're all happy. Okay. He smells similar to your dad or brother. Maybe he wears the same deodorant or same cologne. Maybe they have the same.
Like, is it
scent.
Old Spice? Because, like, I don't mind Old Spice. Okay, then it's fine. If it's
Okay.
Old Spice,
Old
it's
Spice is
fine.
pretty good.
Okay.
That's fine. But if it's the same cologne, like, I'm buying you a new cologne from now
Okay.
on.
All right. Okay. So you can deal with that. That's fine. That's
If it's
fine.
Old Spice, it's fine. But if
Okay.
it's like the actual, like, if you're using the same like perfume like cologne that I bought my dad, like, we're gonna get you something new. We're gonna give that back to my dad.
Okay. Good. All right, JC, ready?
Yes.
He leaves his socks on during sex.
That is super weird.
Why? Why?
I'm gonna say deal breaker. Because the one person that I was intimate with that left his socks on was weird. So it's the only person I have to like compare to. So yeah, deal breaker. It was like
Okay.
long time ago.
Note to self: don't wear.
No,
socks
but for
during
reals, like,
sex.
guys, like, please don't wear socks while having sex. Like, if we're like dressing up and getting all sexy for you, like, do not do that. That is gross. That is disgusting. If your feet get cold, put a blanket over them. Get over it. God, I'm gonna get on my soapbox on a lot of these. I feel
And it's weird to sleep with socks on.
it is weird to sleep with socks on.
Negative 50 degrees and you never slept with your socks on?
Well, okay. I
No.
lived in Wyoming, so at times it was necessary for survival.
I think at negative 50 degrees, she has the ability to like wear her socks when she goes to sleep, as long as she's not having sex. And like we live in Texas, like it doesn't get like at 0 degrees. Like, you do not need to be sleeping with your socks on or having sex with socks on. No, it's called the heater. Turn it on.
Amen.
Some strong feelings.
I do.
All right, Whitney, you ready for?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, you skipped JC.
No, she.
Oh,
socks and
socks.
sex.
She had
That
this-
was the
Sex
socks.
socks.
Sorry,
Sex
because
socks.
you had such strong feelings. I thought it was you. Sorry. Wait.
All right, Whitney. This is, gosh, they're so easy.
You chose these, Zorik.
I did. I actually wrote a lot of these. Okay, this might get deep, but he always comes first.
Always?
Always.
Well,
Deal
you know,
breaker.
like in therapy, like always is not really a thing, but okay.
Okay. Do I always come second? Or is it just done after that?
I mean, obviously, yeah.
I mean, I think I prefer the revert. I'll do deal breaker. I haven't done one.
Deal breaker. Oh, go Whitney.
Beautiful Whitney.
She wants what she wants.
But you know, Whitney was probably gonna say not a deal breaker, so like I give her props for that.
No, I think actually her initial reaction from me reading her face was like, no, that's a deal breaker.
Oh, okay.
I'm proud of you, girl, because I probably wouldn't have said that.
I'm proud of you too. Okay.
I mean, is it like an Emma situation? Can we teach around this?
I think it's just
He just
black
can't
and
help
white.
it.
Yeah.
Like it just happened.
Yeah.
Situation. We can't take him to therapy right
His
now.
ejaculations
It's
just
so
happened.
fast.
No deal.
For that.
It's like he takes off his pants and it's like it's over.
Oh.
basically.
Oh wait, like if he's not even inside you and he ejaculates, like no, that is a deal breaker.
That is a fucking deal breaker. I'm sorry.
I feel like the reverse
You can cuss,
feels
Julian.
more caring and nurturing.
I'm sorry, but
My
yes,
pleasure.
no, that's a deal breaker.
Covering the mic doesn't stop us from hearing you.
Again, we can hear you.
Okay. Last one for Julianne. She is preparing herself. She is calm, cool.
She's using her mindfulness mantras.
Okay. You like cowboys, and some cowboys.
She does not like cowboys.
They like to be rough and tumble, and they
Yes.
may be missing a few teeth. Is that a deal breaker?
Oh, teeth? Of course. course that's a deal breaker.
Like, what if you can't even see it? It's in the back,
Oh, and like way
in the
back?
side.
Way
He's not like a hockey player where it's like his front teeth are missing.
Well, I mean, it's just teeth.
So, okay,
Well,
if
he's
he's
getting them
smiling,
replaced.
Yeah.
can you see the missing teeth?
Yeah, I think you can.
Oh.
Is he getting them replaced?
That's up to Julianne if she.
Oh, okay. So,
She's a 2.
if he
Are you
is-
buying the veneers?
No, he needs. I've learned my lesson. I'm a healthy 2 now.
Beautiful.
So they're going to buy their own veneers.
Okay, so that's not a deal breaker.
It's not a deal breaker if it's very much in the back and they're committing to get the veneers soon.
So it's in the front. It is a deal breaker. So it's half.
Yeah. Okay.
Half and half.
Yeah.
So it depends basically.
Yes.
It's always it depends.
It's always.
Yeah.
And that is a game called Deal and No Deal Breaker. Thanks for playing.
Good one. That was
Yeah.
very creative and very true.
Thank you,
TM,
Everyday Therapy
Zorixia.
Podcast. Yeah, thanks, Emma. And
We'll see you guys.
We're not done yet, you guys.
we're not done yet.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So I guess the last thing is to, like, I guess where do we find you guys? Where do you have
Yeah.
websites? Do you have?
Yeah. So you can find us on Instagram, Facebook. We have a website at Everyday Therapy Podcast.
Beautiful.
And White Rock Counseling if you want some therapy from us. I don't know if you will now, but
No, we're so relatable.
we're so authentic and approachable.
real, and also
we're
in
just very real.
counseling, we don't talk about ourselves. So
No.
Heard enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we do offer online, which is cool for people who have busy
Yeah.
schedules because we get it.
Yeah, JC has a referral code. It's SOCKS, right?
So good. Yes.
Okay.
As Daisy takes like a large drink.
Okay. So any personal website or Instagram or anything like that, or should we put it on the podcast website?
Yeah, just
Okay.
Everyday Therapy Podcast. and
Beautiful.
White Rock Counseling.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Whitney, any last words?
What did you enjoy about being on our podcast,
hate.
Whitney?
Oh my gosh, the laughs.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Wonderful. I miss seeing your beautiful face on like a daily basis.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your voice and your laugh's the best.
Thank you.
Julianne, what do you got?
I want to say thank you. This is fun. It's, part of wanting to do the podcast too is just like get out of the realm of like being the blank slate
For sure. Yeah.
and hoping that people can get something out of it. So with my bad dating advice, learn from it, please.
Exactly. Yeah. JC, final thoughts. What's your takeaway from all this?
I don't know. Let's see. I just
You learned
this was
so much.
Fun.
So our
I learned
audience,
about myself
Okay.
from Julianne.
Why? What did I say? What did I do?
My 3
I'm
dating
concerned.
words.
Oh.
Identity change. Good to know. We'll have to have a talk after this. I know. But
Just
you
wait
guys
for the
are
after
so
hours show.
fun.
You guys, just wait for the after hours show.
Oh, there is an
Yeah.
after hour show.
Yep.
Sometimes.
We don't
Thank you
disclose
so
it.
much for having us on
Yeah.
and letting
Of
us.
course.
Okay.
talk
Also,
about
you guys
ourselves.
are like so organized and professional, and obviously threes, achievement oriented.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Of course we are.
Yes.
We're true threes.
Yes, no, but you're badasses,
Thank you.
and we are thankful for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other?
I like
okay.
the takeaway of dating with purpose.
Yeah.
Take it. Yeah. There you go.
Yes.
Any,
we
uh,
don't want no scrubs.
No.
No scrubs.
Says the only single girl.
No.
I'm single too.
Yeah, you're single too.
Yeah.
Zorik's single.
Zorik is single.
No scrubs.
And-
that's okay, isn't it?
Zorik is not a scrub, just FYI for
I'm a
everyone
little
listening.
bougie, guys.
He
so,
is a little bougie. He is not a scrub. He will
Yeah.
wine and dine you.
Yeah, with the Trader Joe's wine, which I'm enjoying.
Oh, she just
Oh,
called
yeah.
you out.
Well, she's
no,
not,
this is really nice. I would take Trader Joe's wine over no wine.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. So
Again, covering the mic does not mean we can't hear you.
Am I a bitch?
No, but it's just funny because you're just like, and still talking, and it's like, Julianne, we can still hear you.
okay.
Yes.
I think that's it Emma, we've had a great time with everybody here. I guess it's time for us to
close.
Go and just make sure everyone out there, you do not come first, men.
No, please don't finish first. Do not ejaculate first. Do not wear socks.
Or if you do, make sure you have endurance. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's okay if your girl is telling you what she wants in bed, because that probably means that you're not already satisfying her, and you need to satisfy her. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Don't make my sound. Do not. No.
I haven't pressed that button in like so long. You've been...
Is that the orgasm?
Okay.
No,
that's my sound.
So you can cut us off in the after parties. I want you to have a specific sound for each of us.
Oh.
What's our sound?
Well, I love this sound for Emma. Emma has so many sounds.
I have.
She's so alpha. She's so alpha, and that's why
I hate that term so much. Just call me type A, okay? Just say I'm type A.
Okay.
Just say it.
All right, Emma. That's it.
I learned so much from you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this. This is so much fun. And I'm Whitney. I'm just happy like that I can just see your face, even if it's like over an iPad, because I've missed you so much in person. I miss working with you.
Same.
Yes.
And thanks for inviting us on.
Of course.
Cross record.
Hashtag cross record. Julianne and JC.
When are we having you guys on?
In like November, right?
Yeah. It's
November.
Hashtag sucks. Go ahead.
All right, everyone. That's all from us today. I hope you really enjoyed this podcast, because we truly enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or just want to like leave us an email, you can leave that at hello@datepodcast.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter @datepodcast. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.